sporting year in memory. And here in the Channel Islands, it was no different. This just a selection of silverware picked up over the past 12 months.
And tonight, a magnificent 7 individuals and teams will see their achievements rewarded with one of these. We're celebrating some truly memorable sporting moments. Welcome to the Channel Islands Sports Awards.
If you love it like I love it, and you feel what I feel inside, if you want it like I want it, then baby, let's get it tonight. If you feel it, say hell yeah. This is love, this is love, this is love. Can you feel the love? Can you feel the love?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your hosts for the night, Mark McQuillan and Rob Jones.
Good evening and welcome to Beau Sejour. We're live for the Channel Islands Sports Awards. Great to see so many of you here this evening, and thank you for tuning in at home as we recognise a remarkable year for local sports.
Congratulations to the many athletes who've enjoyed success and to all our nominees tonight. Our main award requires your involvement though. 4 islanders who need your votes.
4 sportsmen and women are vying for your vote to become the next Channel Islands Sports Personality of the Year. Call 0845 606 24 and add 01 for Jodie Botterill, 02 for Hester, 03 for Merrien and 04 for Heather Watson. Terms and conditions apply. Lines close during the Sports Awards on January the 31st. You can find out more about each of the nominees at channelonline.tv/spotty. Let's hear now then from our first nominee with a story based in the Gulf of Bothnia. That's Åland to you and I. The tiny collection of islands has become something of a second home for Jersey footballer Jodie Botterill, first at the Natwest Island Games in 2009 and then a memorable second chapter in 2012.
Ever since I've known, I've had a football, and you know, my parents bought me football kits and footballs when I was younger. It's always been fun, and I've always taken it seriously. I've always worked as hard as I could, but I did it because I enjoyed to push myself. I enjoyed the success and everything, but I never imagined that I'd have done what I did last year.
This is the start of something new.
We missed this top spot by like a point, which I think if you'd said at the start of the season you'd come second, everyone would have been pleased about it. But the majority of the players have given up their lives for that year. They're, you know, people coming over from America, and I know that I didn't give up a whole year to come second. I wanted to come first. So to me, second was a disappointment. I don't think you should be pleased to come second. I think you should always push on.
Oh, and I'll throw it all away.
It means a lot, and I know that people don't think I'm Welsh, and I wasn't born there, but I'm still proud. And when the team sing the national anthem, you know, it does make you kind of well up a bit. It is an emotional anthem. I think it's one of the best ones I heard in terms of getting a team pumped and ready for a game, and you hear it, and there's a lot of pride that comes along with it. I can't believe I've fitted so much into one year. so much. It's probably the busiest year I've had, achieved so much, and I don't know, it's difficult to explain it all really, but yeah, it's a fantastic experience, and love to do it again, start over.
Jodie Botterill there. Jodie Botterill there, good reception for her, someone who's really thrived competing off-island, which is important for athletes of any age. And our first award of the night recognises youngsters who've excelled not just here in the Channel Islands, but competing off-island as well. Let's take a look at the nominees for the Aurigny Junior Team of the Year.
In 2012, Guernsey Athletics Club's under-13 boys quartet continued the island's tradition of producing good long-distance runners. Joseph Yemen, Elliot Robert, Hugo Bisson and Alex Rowe won a bronze medal at the South of England Road Relays in Aldershot in September, third out of 38 teams. Another young quartet to impress last year was Jersey's primary school table tennis team, a first ever medal at the British International Tournament. Convincing victories came against Scotland, Wales, Guernsey and the Isle of Man before a closely contested win over England. The Caesareans eventually beaten in the final by Ireland. Victoria College Prep's football team saw off all local competition in Jersey, winning 4 trophies, including a league and cup double. Then on the mainland, they added the South West of England trophy to their collection before reaching the final of the English Schools Cup.
OK, to present this particular award, please welcome onto the stage Malcolm Cooper from Aurigny.
Good evening, Mr. Bailiff, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very proud to be here tonight representing Aurigny. We've been involved with these awards for a number of years now, but not quite as many years as we've been involved in carrying sports people and teams around the Channel Islands. This year, that reaches 45 years. To celebrate that, we'll be introducing a new scheme this year to bring teams from the UK free of charge into the islands to play teams who otherwise couldn't afford to play overseas teams. Moving on to tonight's main purpose. You've seen the nominations for the award. Let's find out who's won. The winner of the Aurigny Junior Team of the Year Award 2012 is Victoria College Prep.
Boys, many congratulations. Let's see if we can get Ben over here, the brains behind the operation. Ben, you get to work with young sportsmen all the time. It must be really special to work with a group like this.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely wonderful group of children. Well, not children anymore now. I mean, they proved that they weren't with their efforts last year. Incredibly dedicated as a group of lads. Put in huge amounts of work and effort throughout the whole year in terms of extra fitness, extra technical work. And they're just an absolute pleasure to work with, and they deserve every little bit of success they get through their hard work. And it was just lovely to work with them as a group of people, even just as opposed to, sports teams.
Brilliant. Ben, thank you very much indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, your Aurigny Junior Team of the Year, Victoria College Prep. Now, here's a quiz question for you. What was significant about the 1920 Olympics in Antwerp? Well, 92 years ago, Percy Hodge from Guernsey won a gold medal in the 3,000-metre steeplechase. And up until this year, it was the only Olympic medal won by a Channel Islander. Not anymore. Carl Hester from Sark triumphed in the team dressage. A victory not so much down to horsepower, but horse precision.
With Carl Hester as the linchpin, we've seen this dressage team come of age.
it just brings me to tears to watch such magic.
The Germans have dominated this event for decades. Not anymore.
We knew we had a very strong team. The two girls I was on the team with this year, Laura, already been an individual medalist as well, and Charlotte, one of these up-and-coming riders this year, just flew past all of us this year. So we knew we had an incredible team, but we had no room for error. So without one of those three horses or riders, we knew our chances of gold were certainly very, very slim. Charlotte won the gold on my horse, and to just sit with her as we drove out of the Olympics, her and I sat in the back of the car, and I was looking out the window, she was looking out the window the other way, and we both suddenly looked at each other. We just burst out laughing, and we laughed and laughed and laughed, and I said, we did it, I can't believe we did it. Sometimes it's very difficult to grasp what's going on at home. My grandmother very often would ring me and tell me what was going on in Sark, and everyone's always asking about you, Carl, and wishing you luck. And the Channel Islands is, without doubt, one of the most magical places for me in the world. And I love showing people that, and I'm very proud of that. I finally got that one thing I've dreamed about the whole of my life that I think probably every athlete dreams about the whole of their life. And it's just made me a very happy guy.
Okay, on to our second award of the night. Carl Hester there, our second nominee for the main award. But on to our second prize of this evening, which is in honour of ITV Channel Television's former managing director, Michael Lucas. Michael sadly passed away in 2007 following a battle with cancer, but this award really does embody his spirit, especially because he was a very keen sportsman and an award-winning triathlete. To tell us a bit more about the award and to present it, please can I welcome onto the stage Guernsey's bailiff, Richard Collis.
This is a wonderful celebration of sporting achievements across the islands. But we have to remember that our sports people would achieve nothing if they didn't have the support and encouragement of enthusiastic and dedicated coaches and volunteers who willingly give up so much of their time week in and week out. This next award recognises one of those unsung heroes. And let's now see a video to find out who is the Michael Lucas sporting hero.
2012 marked the 130th anniversary of the creation of judo, a Japanese martial art sculpted in Tokyo. And for over 50 years, it's something Mitch Agnelli has devoted his life to. It is by definition a sport that knocks you down, but in Mitch's case, never for long.
He's an inspiration because he carries on, battles through his illnesses, his injuries, whatever, still fights like myself and leads from the front.
Mitch was a competitor first, but has since officiated and coached. His weekend classes are characterised by an effervescent enthusiasm. Like all art, judo has evolved, and Mitch has evolved with it.
He's pretty much taught me everything, several times actually. And as new things are released and new rules have come out, he comes up with better things and he learns from when we go away for competitions.
And his approach has brought success. At the 2007 Natwest Island Games, a gold medal for Roberto Massarucci and bronze for Sarah Martell, and a pair of bronzes in Shetland. Then, at last year's Commonwealth Championships, more medals.
He's a very, very good coach, very experienced, so he knows all the ins and outs of judo, and he can just tell you anything. Like, even if you do something wrong, he'll tell you to improve it.
A man who gets results, but gets them in the right way.
He's a really nice guy, and he'll be strict on you if you do it wrong, but he'll make you feel really good about yourself when you do win.
He spent a lifetime helping others feel good through judo. Now, after all this time, it's his turn.
I'm sure you will agree, ladies and gentlemen, that Mitch Agnelli is a very worthy winner of this award. Please welcome him up here to collect his award for the Michael Lucas Sporting Hero.
Yeah, you can be the greatest, you can be the best, you can be the King Kong banging on your chest, you can beat the world. the war. You can talk to God, go banging on his door. You can throw your hands up, you can beat the clock. You can move a mountain.
Mitch, just come and jump here and have a quick word with me. Mitch, so many years in the sport. Why'd you keep doing it?
Well, if you stop, you die. So I keep going while the bones keep moving.
Well, that's a very positive way of looking at it. So many years in the sport. Can you pick a highlight out of that time?
Well, yes. Last January in Cardiff, when the two boys brought their bronze medals back at the, as I said, the Commonwealth Championships, and that really has inspired them. And hopefully next August of next year, we'll be taking them to Glasgow for the full Commonwealth Games.
Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving a special ovation to the winner of the Michael Lucas Sporting Hero, Mitch Agnelli. For so many sportsmen and women, the London 2012 Olympics would without question be the highlight of their career. And marathon man Lee Merrien is no different, but his Olympic dream was in jeopardy after the London Marathon in April. The fastest Brit, but not inside the qualifying time. Would Merrien make it? Luckily, this is a tale with a happy ending.
For Guernsey's Lee Merrien, it was all about his Olympic dream, a dream that's been shattered.
Finishing the London Marathon, I thought that was going to be the closest I would get to my Olympic moment. When you come around the mile, there's some amazingly deep crowds there, seeing the colours and of the people and the flags, and I kind of knew then I wasn't obviously going to make the time, and I was sort of looking, almost kind of first time and not something I normally do, looking around in the race and just kind of soaking up, thinking this might be as close as I get to it. I never really went out there feeling like I had to prove a point. I just went out there thinking, right, I've prepared as best I possibly could and think, right, I've got the goal, I know what I want to achieve and I'm going to do everything I can to achieve that. And then afterwards I thought, oh, you know, great, I'm first Britain as well, which kind of brought home that I deserved to be there. I walked into a pub and had all my family and friends kind of over on a balcony. It was kind of looked up, got big cheers, and then saw my son who, for the first time, and he was sort of covered in all this sort of GB attire and these big inflatable Union flags on his hand, and yeah, that was my moment. My greatest year, I suppose, in the sport, definitely. I've got obviously some amazing memories, a bit of a roller coaster because there were ups and downs. Initially I didn't think I was going to Olympics, and then I was, and fantastic support, but yeah, undoubtedly the pinnacle of my running career.
A top athlete there, ladies and gentlemen. And our next award of the night recognises an athlete who not only had a terrific 2012, but in the eyes of the judges also has a very bright future in front of them. Let's take a look at the nominees for Natwest Rising Star.
This year has been really incredible for me. Myself and my team, we set some goals at the beginning of the year and we've fulfilled all of them and done even more. So I'm feeling really good at the moment and looking forward to 2013.
Playing for England against Ireland, I think that'd probably be the biggest, and obviously then Leicester topping that as well. I'm chuffed with where I'm at the moment. I still feel there's a lot more to improve and a lot more I can get done.
I was just going along with the sport, didn't expect anything, and then out of the blue I just happened to be quite good. I won almost all my races, apart from one, but I still considered it quite a good experience because it was in the Olympic Stadium.
I've been playing in bigger competitions and with better people, and I'm being under pressure sort of constantly all the time in the big tournaments, and although it's hard to sort of cope with it, I mean, I think I've coped with it quite well.
To announce the winner, Please welcome Rob Gerard from Natwest.
Mr Bailiff, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the Natwest Rising Star Award is presented to a young sportsperson who has shown dedication, ability and attitude to make it to the top of their sport. Natwest has been proud to sponsor the award since 2002, and winners have excelled at national and international level. You've heard the nominations, and the winner of the Natwest Rising Star Award 2012 is Stanley Livingstone.
Don't forget the award, Stanley. Don't forget the award first. I've never seen you so desperate to speak to me after that. Not content with winning all your races, you have to go and win this award as well. What does this mean to you, Stanley?
It's fantastic to be, recognised as a sportsman of good quality. I don't know, I lost for words.
Just tell me about that experience of running in the Olympic Stadium. Must be one of the highlights of your year.
Yeah, well, it really inspired me. Kept me going throughout the season, and after that, I just felt like fantastic. It's nothing I could do.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Natwest rising star, Stanley Livingstone. Right, time to meet our final nominee now. And after years in the wilderness, British tennis can certainly look back on 2012 with fond memories. First glory for Andy Murray, and then in October, the moment came for the new First Lady of British tennis. A first women's title in 24 years, won in dramatic fashion by Guernsey's Heather Watson.
At 5-4 40 love for my opponent in the third set, I thought I've wasted the one chance I had, but I said I'm not going down without a fight. I've got it this far. I just kept fighting every single point. And then when that final ball was finished, I was just so happy.
Fabulous end to the match for Heather Watson. Look at the delight on her face.
I did it.
Just go tell your neighbors, just reach out and pass it on.
Wimbledon's so much, the most out of any of the tournaments I play in the year. It's because it's at home with the home crowd support, and so many of my friends and family come to watch. I just want to do well for them as well. And I think maybe the reason why I haven't done so well previously is I've put too much pressure on myself. But this year I found that balance and I got it right. I'm proud to be a Guernsey donkey. I love being from Guernsey. I got to spend some time at home in my off season, and I try and get home as much as I can because I love it there. I'd love to be around the 20 area in my ranking. I'd love to have made it to the second week of any slam or multiple slams. Definitely win another title, because I know I can do it now.
So there you have it. We've heard from all four nominees competing for tonight's top award. That's the applause for Heather Watson, who will win the Channel Islands Sports Personality of the Year. All of them worthy of making the shortlist and receiving your votes.
But who are you going for? Here's a reminder of the numbers you need.
Lines are open for your Channel Islands Sports Personality of the Year. To place your vote for Jodie, Carl, Lee or Heather, call the corresponding number on your screen. Terms and conditions apply. So every vote is vital, and just 3 hours left for you to cast yours. Thank you for all the votes so far and for watching our first programme tonight.
Do join us again at 10:35 as we reveal more award winners, including, of course, our Sports Personality of the Year for 2012. Goodbye for now.